deal?
special deal at a hotel in Dallas, Texas.
Yeah.
So I did that deal for a week or so, or I don't know how long it was.
Yeah.
And I stayed there
Was this before or after the condo was?
after I
So
left.
you left Asheville for a while, went to Texas.
Oh yeah, I left Asheville and went to down to Dallas, thinking I was going to go down to Juanas.
So this is the second time you went to Dallas.
No, first time.
Okay.
And that's the only time. So I went down there, and I saw it had been warm,
Yeah.
and it got really cold.
Hmm.
So I saw this special,
Yeah.
and I got in that hotel. It's a hotel. Beautiful hotel. And I stayed in there at a special price that I could afford for a while. And somehow, I don't remember how I got to Becky's. Oh, no. How I got to Trinity, Holy Trinity. It's a place where they help you with employment.
In Dallas or
In Dallas.
Dallas. Okay.
They help you with your employment and training,
Mhm.
schooling, jobs, you name it, they help you with it.
Right.
So I went there and I worked in the offices.
Yeah.
Because I had applied at the Scottish Rites hotel. It's a hotel.
Right.
No, hospital. It's a hospital. And so instead of doing that, they invited me over to train
Mm-hmm.
in their facility at the Scottish Rites. They're trying to get their files purged. They're trying to purge the files.
Yeah.
So I went over there and purged their files, and then I started doing everything. I purged the files. I worked in the kitchen. I worked in the pantry. I worked all over. I worked in a clinic.
Yeah.
I went to see the doctor, the psychiatrist, and the nurse. Just all these different things I did.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then one day, I'm talking to Mother on the phone. I said, Mom, I gotta come back. It's really dangerous for me. I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna live.
Why is it dangerous?
Well, it's just that's a big city.
Yeah.
So I did. I had a backpack like you do, a black backpack,
Yeah.
and a couple other things like that.
Yeah.
And I took off.
Is that when you went to Nedras or Audrey's or?
In Nedras. And a Native American man helped me. He's from the Sioux tribe, one of the
Yeah.
Lakota Sioux.
Yeah.
And he helped me get there. Poor man had had a heart attack. He was about my age. And had a heart attack, but he helped me get to the bus station and on the bus and on my way back to Knoxville.
And from there you went to Dayton.
Yeah, from there, I went to Dayton because I had money. I was been working.
Right.
From there, I went to Dayton, and Nedra picked me up.
Yeah. And you were there just to help her out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because she lived back that road that was about a half a mile back in the woods, and big house.
Mm-hmm.
And she was afraid.
Afraid of being alone.
Yeah. So I stayed there with her, and Scott came back.
It's her
checking-
son.
Yeah, checking everything out, and then he went back to Colorado. Then he's just unpacking everything up and coming back now. I go, okay. You gotta wait here, you gotta stay with her until, I get back in here and pack everything. So he did that. He packed everything he had up.
Yeah.
So he owned another property in Nevada. And he used to go there in their winter during their off season. So he worked construction, you know, moving equipment and doing stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I waited for him. He came back. In the meantime, Mom came down. I said, Mom, this lady is nuts.
Yeah.
Audrey. I mean, not Audrey.
Nedra.
This
Why,
one.
why is she nuts?
Yeah, she was nuts.
But why?
She had brain cancer.
Is she just behaving weird?
We're not sure what it was.
Yeah.
So Nadine said, well, you have to come back with me, then you can't stay here. She's crazy and keeps a gun under her pillow
Right.
and Mom, I can't. I promise Scotty that I would stay with her. Nobody in the family would stay out there.
Right.
We have all these relatives.
Yeah.
The younger ones, the older ones. She has this fabulous big house and money. It didn't matter. Nobody was going to stay with her. It was Scott good. It was funny. I wouldn't talk to her. I just wouldn't talk to her anymore because I couldn't cope.
To Nedra.
Mm-mm. I told her, first thing, I got to a psychologist in Greene County.
You do.
I did, and I did go. I went to a psychologist.
Did they help you out?
Yeah.
But just to talk to somebody or to
Yeah,
get?
yeah, to talk to somebody. I was just emaciated.
Yeah.
I was emaciated, not this bad. I wasn't this bad.
Yeah.
Remember I told you this space shuttle blew up. And I got sick and sicker, and I didn't know if it was my nerves or I had cancer or what it was. But I was sick.
That was in 2001.
Yeah, whenever it was, I was sick. And I told the lady that I worked for that I was, and I'd have to go back now to Ohio and stay with another family member that was sick
Yeah.
also. So I went back there, and she was sick. And she was sick. She was vomiting and
Right.
carrying on, and Scott came back. Scott came back from Colorado, and he stayed with her. I guess she's dead until she died.
Yeah.
Which I stayed there until he got back, you know.
When did you go back to Asheville? Go back to Nadine?
Right after Nadine.
That was probably 2005.
2004 March.
Yeah. Came back.
March 2004, I came back to Greene County. She lived in Greene County.
Yeah.
Out between Xenia and Dayton. And I'm familiar with it because my grandparents lived out there. Had lived with the kids, with their kids,
Yeah.
Wayne and their kids.
Then you
So-
stayed out there for what, a few months or
6
like
months.
6 months, and you came.
I stayed there 6 months,
Yeah.
trying to help her and take care of her until Scott could get packed up and get his stuff back. And he had a fifth wheel, 2 motorcycles, a car, a truck. I don't think he had a car. I think he got rid of that car and just kept his truck. And then he had that fifth wheel. Then I went to the doctor because I was emaciated. I was like going down to 95 pounds. I don't even less than that. 95 pounds, you know. It was bad. I tried to explain that about the space shuttle, that it had been in an automobile accident, that blah, 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 blah. Oh, God. It was a nightmare. And then we went down to see Nadine King. So then we drove to Darwin's, and it was so funny. I don't drink, and then there's got all kinds of booze. Well, we stopped at the store. We're going to Fairfield, or what they call Fairfield, not healthy. Fairfield, and we got some wine Darwin, but he buys it by the gallon where you have to just sit it on the thing, you
Yeah.
swing it up, you know, because it's so heavy you can't do it by hand. You have to swing it up on the thing. So I said, Darwin, I need a glass of wine. I don't drink normally, but I have to have. So he didn't give me the wine that Mom bought because it was an expensive brand wine.
Right.
He gave me his brand. Oh God, here we go again.
He was
Mr. Cheap.
right.
So anyway, got that wine. I sat there and drank a little bit. And then Mom starts in on she's upset. She's angry that they don't understand the war, the type of military problems we're having in this country.
The Iraq War.
Whichever what we were in 2004 involved.
Yeah,
in.
the second Iraq War.
So Nadine's very upset about that.
Like she didn't like the war.
No, she felt that we had to protect ourselves from these people.
Oh, because of 9/11.
Yeah, 9/11, all this. So they didn't understand it, you know.
Where
And
were you when 9/11 happened? You were in Texas, right?
You know, in Texas, probably.
How did you find out about it?
Well, I mean, the television. I mean.
Yeah.
Well,
Pretty shocking when it happened, right?
Yeah.
Kind of amazing.
No, I was in Asheville at the time when it happened.
No.
Asheville, North Carolina, and then I decided to leave for Texas.
Oh, I went to Ground Zero like a month after 9/11.
Yeah.
I saw the destruction.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I went back with Nadine. Nadine wanted me to go back to Asheville. I said I can't. I promised her that I'd stay
Yeah.
with her. And I was just kind of scared. Go back this driveway. There's no lights back there. It's all dark.
Yeah.
So I stayed there with her, and Nadine went back to Asheville with Bryce. You know, I'd made a promise and I couldn't break it. I promised him that I'd stay with his mom. But in the meantime, she was getting worse, and she's real afraid of the Middle Eastern peoples. Really afraid of
Was
them.
she getting kind of racist?
I don't know if she's a racist or not, but she sure was afraid of them.
Right.
So I got my I said, Mom, I can't go because I promised her, you know, that I would stay until Scott got back. And then he did come back, and then she drove, I got on a bus. And I said, huh?
Yeah.
And then I was in Green County, which is closer to Columbus. I mean to Dayton. Close to Columbus, and I went up there and she picked me up, and I stayed at her house for about 6 months. Nadine came and got me, and I went to her house.
At whose house did you stay at for 6 months?
Nedver's.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I stayed there 6 months. And it's amazing. It's a miracle I even survived.
You want to go outside?
Not right now, honey. I'm just so tired.
All right.